Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another video. So I'll show you some sales, but also we'll talk a little bit about should you offer returns on eBay, and more importantly, should you offer free returns on eBay. So we'll talk about it. So if you're new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Trent. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay. I do it for fun and profit, and I take you along for the journey. So please hit that subscribe button for more great videos in the future. Alright, it's Monday evening right now. I've got some weekend processing of sales to show you, as well as I got one sale today on a Tuesday. It's some books that I'll show you as well. So sales are still consistently coming in, especially over the last couple weekend days for sure. Had some pretty decent ones. So should you offer returns on eBay, and should you offer free returns on eBay? The quick answer is yes, and now let me explain why. So there's two main convincing arguments in my opinion on why you should just go ahead and not even bother with trying to not offer free returns and not offer returns and all that stuff. Number one is because if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing on eBay, describing the items properly and giving good customer service, you shouldn't have too much of a problem with returns. I would say I probably get my returns are certainly less than 1%, and so maybe every couple hundred items I'll get a return, or one every 100 items. Maybe probably not quite that much. Now, of course, that variable is going to change depending on what you sell. If you're some high-end clothing or jewelry seller, you might have to change your return policy because of that. But if you're a nickel and dime seller like me, just selling bread and butter items, even if you're doing clothes, if you're selling $20, $30 to $40, $50 items, I think as long as, again, you're measuring your items properly and doing all that stuff, you should not have much of an issue with returns. FYI, in case you didn't know, you get a discount if you're a top-rated seller, which pretty much anybody should be. Again, if you're doing what you're supposed to do on eBay, it's only a matter of time till you're going to get top-rated seller status. It shouldn't take very long. You can get your 10% discount of your seller fees by offering the free return policy. So yes, once again, reason number one is you're probably not going to have to dish out too many returns, so might as well get that 10% discount. So reason number two is, the bottom line, if the customer wants to return that item, they will return it to you. It doesn't matter if you don't offer returns. It doesn't matter if you don't offer free returns. Oh, and they will find a way to make it to where you have to pay the return shipping as well. And the main way that they do that is through the item not as described. So any savvy buyer on eBay knows that they're always going to be able to return an item, or at least get their money back from eBay at the very least, because all they have to do is simply, whenever they open a return, hit item not as described, and no questions asked. It's, they can make up any reason they want, and they're going to be able to return that item. And your charge return policy or your no return accepted policy isn't going to apply. If you don't offer returns, then they're just going to open an item not received case and still going to get to return it, or you'll have to, instead, if you don't want them to return it, you'll have to refund them the money. So they'll get their money back, and you can have them send back the item if you want. Some cases eBay does step in, and instead of you having to refund the buyer the money, they go ahead and do it. But most of the time, the bottom line is, again, this is based on my experience of selling since 2012 on eBay, they're going to be able to return the item. So in summary, just offer the free returns, because by not offering free returns, all you're doing is excluding yourself from receiving the 10% discount is really what's happening. And in my opinion, the few returns you may get, you were going to get anyways, because like I said, the buyer will find a way. Alright, let's get into some sales. Okay, I sold another Nerf battery cover. Stripped this off of a Strife that wasn't working. This battery cover sold, total price paid by the customer, $11.66. That's kind of hard to say. Let's throw it in a padded. Of course, it's going to be a 4-ouncer. Alright, Steve saw my previous video. I was going to list some of these DVDs, and he was interested in some of them. Thanks again, Steve. He got the nice Reservoir Dogs Tin Can Collector's Edition. Got a nice Collector's Edition Jackie Brown, and Anniversary Collector's Edition Jaws. Director's Expanded Edition of Last of the Mohicans with the slipcover. And Platinum Series pretty nice set of Boogie Nights. So roughly $20-ish Steve paid me for all these DVDs. I'm just getting rid of these because I collect Blu-rays and they've just been sitting in a box, so I figured I better list them up and go ahead and get some of my money back for them. And I do believe these 5 DVDs are going to be pretty much a perfect fit for a 8x6 by 4 inch box. Yeah, I have this stuff. It's like not bubble wrap, but it's like a foam wrap. Oop, that doesn't tear very easily. I can at least use a little of that. Probably not necessary, but we'll do a bit of the overkill again for Steve. Oh, actually, I want the Reservoir Dogs tin can on the top. So that makes less bounce, because I am going to take advantage of medium mail for this one. So it'll take a little bit longer to get it to Steve, but I'm going to save a little bit of money on the shipping. All right, 3-pounder, but medium mail is going to make it pretty cheap shipment. So going out on Monday, Steve. I hope once again you enjoy. Sold another one of my DVDs, with the DVD set, the Man with No Name trilogy, Clint Eastwood trilogy, which consists of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, and a few dollars more. This set sold for total price paid by the customer $11.30. So for this guy, I'll throw it in an 8x6x4, and I'm just going to put an air pocket to make it to where it doesn't bounce inside. Two-pounder, so I will utilize medium mail again. Okay, I sold off my extra vintage Dick Tracy figures, the ones that I didn't have that I didn't need to complete my collection, other than the blank. I already discussed that. You can go back and check a previous video if you want. But so it was 6 loose Dick Tracy figures, a lot of weapons and accessories, a flat top card because I opened the flat top on camera, and then I had an extra Sam Ketchum that I didn't need, so Sam Ketchum's unopened included. Local or a California buyer bought it. Total price a little bit $40 and some change for this stuff. So if you're new to the channel, a reminder, yeah, I got my toys over here, my Aliens and Dick Tracy. So I got almost pretty much a complete set of Dick Tracy minus the blank, which was only released in Canada. So I bought a lot from Goodwill auction to fill out my collection, and this is what I didn't need, so sold that to recoup the cash. Here's a pretty good sized little box. These figures, weapons, flat top, a little layer of bubble wrap, and I think some packing peanuts. Should keep everything pretty. Actually, I probably want to put two rows of packing peanuts to keep those figures down there. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. 3-pounder. Okay, sold a Nerf lot, but it was the Mega Centurion lot. So you can see I'm 6'6". This goes up. This is like half my body length. Shoot, almost like a real weapon. So the Mega Centurion with a Cyclone Shock and a Magnus. Kind of an interesting sale because the buyer, they asked me, if I buy this lot, can you write this note basically and include it in there? And the note is, hey Florian, I got your DM and would love to send you some cool blasters I had that I don't use anymore. Have fun with them. Your friends, Nerf family. Okay. They're gonna see that it's coming from my shipping address, but whatever. Oh, I had a viewer tell me about videos to disassemble the barrel to make it easier to ship. I appreciate that. However, so the issue with the disassembly of this barrel is, I looked at the tutorial and yeah, it's possible, but it involves you have to loosen this screw and you actually have to, like, it showed prying, doing some prying with some knives and stuff. The problem with that, when you're selling this to a customer, you can't rely on them to be able to properly reassemble it, something like that. So that's why I really don't feel confident in doing that. Not because I wouldn't be able to pull it off, but they're just not going to be able to figure it out, and then I'm going to get a return. That's the issue. So I gotta suck it up and figure out how to ship something this long. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap, actually I'm not even going to wrap it with bubble wrap. So I got this old U-line cleaning mats. This is what the cleaning pads come in. This is just a big slab of cardboard basically. So I'm going to try to use a section of it to basically just put this thing in like a little bubble shell. You know, this and then the 2 blasters alongside it. Fortunately, the buyer is in California, so it's not going too far. Or where they're having it shipped to, at least. Gotta include the note. Alright. One of the ugliest packages I've ever done. I'm so proud. 8-pound. FedEx, be kind to me. Okay, sold another Pathfinder tail lot. Once again paid about 9 cents a piece for these books. I have hundreds of these Pathfinder tails. Well, actually I'm running low now, so still probably got about 30-40 sales worth of this exact sale. I've been selling it for years. So $11.04 total price paid by the customer. It's going to ship media mail, so every time I sell this 30 cents worth of books, makes me maybe like what, $6-7 profit. Pretty nice. And it's a perfect fit for my 8x6x4 box, and I just use one of the small eBay mailers just to put them in a little waterproof bag basically. It is raining right now actually. And that's gonna be a 2-pound media mail shipment. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know about any interesting eBay tips, tricks, or just leave a comment in the comment section to say hi. I always appreciate it. Or ideas for videos are great too. I always appreciate that as well. So I hope everybody has a good one out there. Stay safe, and let's get past this quarantine. Have a good one.